Oh, glory. I think we're going to need to get another pole at some point. And yeah, this one that I actually got from a friend of the family. Not the greatest, but it's what we got. You see, I got the panel open, the door open. What are we going to be doing today? Well, yep, doing work inside the Wellhouse. So let's go check it out. Welcome back to the journey, friends. So actually, before we get into the Wellhouse, I wanted to take you around the property, just kind of show you what we're going to be doing. A few things, because obviously we're still clearing land. We just haven't really been showing a whole lot of that. But I will go ahead and take you on a walkabout. We'll talk about some of the future plans that's coming up with some of these areas. And then we'll get right back into the Wellhouse. So stick around. So over here, obviously, I'll go show you some of the things I was doing with the box blade, because I finally got hardware to get that mounted properly. But I think it's just too much for old little Mac, because I don't know if you can see down in here, but it is dripping oil pretty good. So I'm gonna have to get a rebuild kit for this engine, and that's roughly $600. That's not in the budget right now, so we'll see what happens. So over here, I was wanting to do kind of like a little test dig, just to see, you know, what's going on, see our soil layers. So you get down about maybe 10 inches or so, and then I start hitting clay. So I know that I got, you know, a decent layer, which we're probably just going to end up doing a cat fill. So we'll have to break up, get out a lot of this vegetation in this area. Okay, that way we can kind of come in with a layer of rock. Because right now, from the slope of this land from where our tank sits, so if you look and see, and this, so where this hole was, right, is basically the middle of where we're wanting to put our drain field at, our leach field. And if you see this tree right here, it has that little white marker on it. That marker represents the top of where that pipe is on the septic tank. So that's how much this land slopes. So that's up about 2 feet. And I need from that location to this location only 8 inches of drop, roughly. So from where that pipe sits to where it comes in down here to be a gravity fed system for a 4-inch pipe is 8 inches of drop for this distance. Otherwise it goes too fast. Okay. So that means I need to bring all of this area right here up, you know, at least, you know, 10 inches roughly before I even put pipes down. So that's why it's going to be considered a cat fill. We're not really going to be doing a mound system anymore. Just it's basically labeled as a cat fill, because a mound system comes up like 3 feet, 4 feet sometimes. So we're not going to be doing that. Save a little bit of money on materials. And then over here, you see I'm getting some more posts put into the ground to make another little area over here for our other puppy, because her and her sister like fighting over food. So they have to be separated whenever they're eating. Well, right now, she's in just the run area. So we're going to go ahead and create another area over here for her. That way she has her own spot, and the middle run can be just that. It's allowing us to be able to go in there to feed and water and such. Plus, she needs a better door. This door needs to be fixed. And then obviously once we do this one, apologize for the wind, y'all, but once we get this pen set up, she'll have a better door for hers too. Then let's come over here and see, this is what we've been doing over the weekend. Man, windy. Woo. But clearing out back behind the shop, so all the trees behind the shop are gone. A lot of this area is cleared out, so eventually this is the area over here that shops are going. So this is where the woodworking shop, blacksmith shop, and the mill are going to be coming into this area, right? So basically, as you can see all right here, this is what's designated for shops. But that's not going to happen for quite a while, because we got cabins to build, a home to build, gathering house to build, all these other things to build first. So this area, we're going to go ahead and get this fenced off. Once we're done clearing, we're going to get this fenced off. That way, this is where animals are going to go. So we're going to get areas fenced off for chickens, maybe a goat or two, I don't know, some pigs. We'll see what happens. But that's what's coming to you over here. Looks like Dad's loading up trailer. I don't know if maybe he's going up front to go work, doing some stuff, but we'll see. So let's get turned around over here. So this is what I was doing with Lil Mac yesterday. Just testing out the box blade since I got the new hardware to mount it. But I just wanted to see. So I already knew that this had a decent gravel base coming in, but I'm just trying to get it, broken up, because it hasn't been done in a very, very long time. It shows. But as I was going through here, obviously, since it hasn't been done in a very long time, because you see it's got a really nice gravel base, but there's also some very large boulders, so I've been getting out stuff like this as well, all down. So you see I got the one rock pile here, another rock pile. I got more rocks on this side, another rock pile. And I didn't even get out like every single bit of it, because yeah, just need a better tractor. So if someone within the community would like to come over with their tractor, greatly appreciated. I mean, we can use my box blade just until we can get the tractor fixed. I need to get the engine overhauled. So that's the Kubota B7100. So it's one of the older small Kubota tractors that has the D750, I think is what's in it, and that's a D750 Alpha or A, I believe, which I'll double check, but I'm no diesel mechanic, but I know one, so I'll get the parts and then we'll see if maybe he wants to help. So anyway, let's get turned around a little bit, and this will be the last thing we'll look at, and then we'll get back over to that well house. So I was able to get a lot of this, and this actually looks fairly decent. I wanted to go over it a few more times, just getting stuff broken up, because I only have 3 of the tines down, because this tractor just would not be able to handle all 5. Just not enough power. But you see it is breaking it up, but I'd like to do that quite a few more times. I did not even get to this side, because it was just spewing out way too much oil. Because even in low gear and pedal to the metal, just going as fast as I could, it was just going very, very, very slow. Huh, Willow? Huh, baby girl? Yeah. Say, little Mac just can't handle it. But it did good for what it's worth. Need a bigger tractor, y'all. All right. Well, there you go. Thanks for coming on this little walkabout. Let's get back over to the well house and get that switch done. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that little walkabout, but here we are back into the well house. I'm going to be switching out our pressure switch. So there's really nothing wrong with this one, so I am going to hold on to it, but this is a 3050, and our RV just does not like having water pressure under 40 psi. So to be able to alleviate that, I went ahead and got this is a heavy duty pressure switch here, and this one is actually rated for a 60-80, because this one is a 30-50, but I wanted to maintain pressure in this tank at a minimum of 60, which this tank is rated. Obviously, you never want to put in something that is not rated for that. So the max PSI is 100 PSI. And then obviously max relief is 75. You're not going above the pressures that your tank is rated for. Now, this RV cannot handle pressures above 50. 60, right? I mean, you can probably do up to 60, but what I'm going to do with that is be installing a pressure reducer in line to our hose going that way. So right before it goes into the RV, because I want this hose to be, pressured with the full pressure, but as it's going into the RV, it'll be getting reduced down before entering in. Okay, so got to make sure that you're turning off the, power going to your pump, which it should be here. I don't have these labeled, but I already know that it should be that one, right? But obviously, you always double check. So come over here, and then I have my little multimeter. So we'll go ahead and check power and make sure that it's turned off. Zero across the board. So. Okay. I've also had these as just the bare wire like that just basically goes right next to the screw. So I'm also going to be adding in some different things. So this is the power that goes to the power panel, and eventually I am going to be getting in here to be adding more power. That way I can actually install a light in here. I can have another little outlet plug, but I want my main power coming in to a cutoff switch. That way I'm not having to go to the power panel. I can just come straight in here and secure the power as needed. So, but for these, just to make it a little easier for now, I am going to be adding some eyelets just to make sure that everything is, connected the way it should be securely, because the stuff in here right now just hasn't been going so hot. Now, this is going to be under pressure because I still have 32 PSI in my tank. So I need to go ahead and go grab a hose. That way I can drain this tank out to relieve the pressure off of my switch. While that's draining, I'm going to go ahead and put my pieces onto my wire. So if you don't know this tool, how it has the little tooth one here, that is for the non-insulated or non-meltable, right? So you have the other ones that you can heat up and they'll kind of shrink wrap. So those, the ones that are like that, you get down here and it even says here on your tool. So insulated, non-insulated. And then for these, if you actually look inside the little eye part here, you'll see there's a little, I don't know if you can kind of see in there, but up here at the top, there's like a little break. Focus, focus, focus. And you want the tooth part of your tool to be on the opposite side of that break. So it's actually going to go onto this side over here. So this. And it also allows, because this is going to sit flat, and whenever you crimp it to where that is on the flat side, it still allows it to lay flat. It's not putting a bulge or anything like that on your flat side. I need knee pads like Dad. Can't be out here kneeling in these rocks. So whenever I put that on, I kind of twist that with the direction of the wire, the same thing. And then boom, you have all of your wires done. All right. And that one's done. So now let's get this switched out. All right, just to make it easier on me, I'm just gonna go ahead and take out the switch and the nipple.
Food's ready if you want some.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Thank you. Kiddo coming to let me know that brunch is ready. And then take my nipple off of my switch. Sorry, I'm sniffling a lot. I'm still getting over a chest cold. Nose is running a little bit. Well, excuse you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off my lid, because I know that to get this switch to come past my tank right here, the lid has to be off. It gives me the room to move it. So let me go ahead and get my nipple put into the switch. Okay. Okay, that will be plenty. Run my wires through my grommet this time. My ground. Ooh, and this one, like I didn't even look at this before I did that. So let me bring in. So my old switch, it had here the Phillips head screw. That way you just put it, into these here. And this one comes with an Allen, and then you just stick the the wire into the hole. So I'm not gonna be able to do that with what I put on there. So now I gotta cut them off. Interesting. And that's fine, because I got plenty of wire. Yeah, because when I opened up the box, I seen that it came with an Allen wrench. I'm like, huh, what's the Allen wrench for? Maybe for adjustments, but now I know. I like that style a little better than what was on there. That's nice. Which my ground can still have that because it still has the screw. So I'll leave that one on there. Plus you want everything to be kind of tucked in best you can. Try to get your wires to stay inside the body. That way your lid will close properly. I'm gonna go ahead and close this valve. I'm gonna leave this one closed. I'm gonna go ahead and test this, make sure that this is getting pressurized, because I still need to put the reducer into the hose before I turn the water onto the RV. Okay, I heard the pump kick on. Tank's pressurizing. Okay, so that is done. It's already pressurized up, going down. But for these, right, you want your tank air pressure of your tank to be 2 psi less than what your low pressure is set at. So I'm gonna have to put more air into this now that we have a higher rated pressure switch. So let me go get the air thing, see what this is set to. It should have been set to 28 psi, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the power turned back off the switch, get the water back out of the tank, and then before I do that, I did want to verify that it does click back on whenever it gets to 60. There it goes. All right. Now, this is a 60-80, and it shuts off at 80. Now the max relief pressure in this is 75, so I'll probably be adjusting the max pressure to this down to like 74. So it'll be 60, 74. But to do that, I just have to adjust this screw here until it starts shutting off at 74, vice to 80. And that's the main reason why I got this, because I knew there was adjustability in that, which most of the switches do, but I wanted my minimum pressure to be 60. So, all right, let's go get the pressure reducer put into the hose, and then we'll have water back in the RV. Okay, so that took a little longer than expected because Gladys likes moving stuff. So I set this next to the TV. That way I can physically be seeing it to where I knew where it was. That way, whenever it's time to put that switch in, because I kept having to wait and wait and wait, this was my reminder. I could see it every day. And then she moved it. So I went in there to go find it. I'm like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, well, I put it here. Well, it's not there. So where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? ended up getting put into the closet. And then, yeah, I didn't know where it was. So, but found it. So this is a 40-50. So if our pressure in our tank, the minimum to that is 60, we should always have good pressure coming into the RV because it will never drop below the 40-50. So let's see. Okay, so I needed 2 hands to be able to install that, but there we go. Right here, installed in line with the hose right before it goes into the RV. And then obviously this is insulation so stuff don't freeze, but we did have it, you know, obviously the hose is fully wrapped with our heater. Keeps everything nice and warm. Should not have any more freezes, but never know. I have my valve here is turned off going to the RV, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this one on. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse out because I want to see how well this rinses now with higher pressure. Which, whew, yeah, I can hear it. It does a lot better. I can actually see stuff getting cleared off that now. So, cool. And then we'll go ahead and turn pressure onto the RV. All right. So now that's going there. Now let's go see how it looks. All right, so one of the biggest things obviously was always shower, right? People been able to shower. So far that's decent pressure. And then being able to turn on a sink without losing pressure. Not very much of a noticeable difference. Or flushing the toilet maybe. That one still drops it down, but that's still going to go with checking out those different valve configurations that I was told about, but I got to find them first. Okay, so definitely thank you guys for following along with our journey as I came over to fix our water pressure issues with this. Hopefully it'll last us a long time. Eventually we'll get another flagpole because I definitely have some better flags I would like to fly eventually. And then we'll continue working on the property. So if you're not subscribed and you made it this far, we greatly appreciate. Click that subscribe, follow our journey. Got a lot more to come. You have another video that you can check out here. We have a playlist for the entire year to continue to follow the whole journey. Icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel, the Daily Scuttlebutt with IFF. Now I need to go get ready for our live, and always think of veteran at every chance you get. Not only on Veterans Day. We'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.